corporate culture differences. So for American, if some of you are applying and get accepted, bear in mind these are how the American works are. Huh? So these are the hints for you. And for German, you know, I put it side by side. First of all, American are very bottom line driven. Okay? Very much bottom line driven, result oriented. Well, the Germans, of course, being an organization, they need to be accountable for the bottom line, so they are also result oriented. But the German are more toward as well at process driven. Okay? So in the layman, what you say is the American, they say, I don't care how you do it, I want that result. In Infineon, what we say is that I want the result, I also want to know how you achieve it. So this is one of the distinctive difference that I can, you know, share with all of you. The other thing, because of this behavior, is very much short-term driven, fast, looking for quantum gain. You know, you are talking about incremental gain, they are not very interested. They want a big gain, you know, in a fast time. So this is where opportunity arises as well. For some of those who are very, very smart, very aggressive, this is opportunity for you to be a hero. So that's how you can see American generally, there are a lot of this hero, you know, like Mark Zuckerberg that, you know, so young overnight now become so popular, so successful. So that's pretty much an American, you know, culture. But for German, Infineon specific, I think it's very much long-term driven. They are emphasized on sustainability, not just achieving the result overnight, but also looking at how can you maintain and continue that momentum. So in layman, I call it slow and steady. And for American, being want to be fast, so they actually, it's my term, you tell them, I think they're gonna condemn me anyway. I call that, they buy talents. Buy talents means what? They look at, you have value, you have the experience they need, they know that you have useful value, they pay the price. Okay? After that, they expect you to deliver. If you don't deliver, yeah, they fire you. So that's very realistic world. You cannot blame them, but you know, because of the culture, they want to be fast, they want to be quick. And the other reason why they are behaving this way is quite simple. You look at the American stock market, right? Yeah, student, I shouldn't talk about stock market. But anyway, you look at their stock market nowadays, it's very much quarter to quarter driven. You know, they have to deliver to the stock analysts so that their share value continue to maintain or go up. Why? It's because their compensation scheme is tied to that. I was enjoying that as well. So for management position, you will be rewarded with the stock option. Stock option are basically the company will grant you, give you share. But at the time they give you, let's say market price $10, they grant you a $10 share. Let's say 1,000 share, $10 US dollar. They want you to fight and get the company to progress, make more money, so your share price go up. If the price go up to 20, so what you will have is that you will have make a 10,000 US dollar. So that's the call stock option scheme. So that drive the behavior for most of the leaders to actually push to get the quarterly result, to get the quantum improvement, very much a little bit short-term driven. So that the share go up, they personally gain. So it's all tied together. It's come with the system as well. Well, for Infineon, I think we are very much believe in talent development. And for those who have interact with us, you definitely will know. And later on, I'll share with you also our talent management program as well. So this is just to share with you the experiences, yeah, and hopefully for you from here, I cannot tell you that German is definitely better, right? Each have their own strength, So hopefully that you can, choose and then select the right company to be your career development. So bear in mind, you go in there, fresh graduate, they pay you good, you cannot deliver, what happened? Fire. You join Infineon, you get paid okay per the market, but if you don't deliver, we keep training you. Okay, now let's go into the semiconductor industrial specific. So this is the market data looking at since 1997. So until 2000, we are 2015, still haven't closed with another few weeks, right? So I don't have the actual data. It's still a forecast. So you look at from 1997 until 2014, and you calculated the CAGR. You know what CAGR? There's going to be a test, by the way, after this. CAGR stands for Cumulative Average Growth Rate, meaning that every year you grow cumulatively. So you calculated about 5.4% year on year. And that's how it can grow from 137 to about 336 US billion dollars. It's a lot of money, US billion dollars. So this is where the market they are continue to grow. Okay, and the outlook for this year they're going to be closed very, very soon, and most likely is quite accurate with 1 month to close. So it's forecasted that it's actually shrunk to about minus 1.2% to flat 0%. Or then the most important that is next year, 2016. So 2016, the forecast is looking at another growth year, ranging from 2 to 4.2%. So the market is historically show that it's an average 5.4% growth, but you can see it's going through a certain correction as it grows. That's why if you look at in 2000, there was a big drop, right? Can you all recall what happened back then? 2000, there was a minor economy correction. I didn't call it as a recession. It was pretty much a dot-com bust. Remember? 2000s, before that, late 1990, a lot of startup company do all the software thing, They push up, and then the thing burst. So a lot of a correction. So semicon was affected as well. So you can see a big drip. But more important is that does it continue to drop? It doesn't. It pick up, then continue to grow. So similarly, in 2008 and 9, that was triggered by the US subprime. Right? You all know what's the US subprime? It's basically the housing loan over loan. Right? The housing loan so easily can be obtained that bank keep giving away until they cannot serve the installment, so default. So that actually collapsed the whole the banking system in US and worldwide. So that actually caused a massive recession in the US and the whole world. But the key thing is that it did for 2 years. After that, it picked back up. And that's at the time that I share with you that I have to make a decision together to close down the factory and then move back to Malaysia. So that's the reality. So I'm not trying to scare you, but this is the facts that you will be facing with this kind of reality when you go out in the world. But the more important is that semiconductor is a forever growing market. Okay? Why? It's very simple. You look at today, how many of us here have a smartphone? Raise your hand, please. Wow, we have a lot of outdated people who have smartphones. I think you're all shy to raise your hand, right? I can guess that almost 100% of people here have a smartphone. See, each of the smartphones, they carry so many silicon content inside. And Infineon also have product in the smartphone. So that is the evolutions that actually will continue to evolve. And, you know, in the future to come, will demand more semiconductor. So it's an industrial that will continue to grow. Huh? Okay, who are buying all this semiconductor? Huh? The company that sells fruits. Apple. Right? So, is it a surprise to you? No, right? Apple, everybody know. They are not selling fruits, right? By the way, do you know that Apple has so much cash, they can actually buy the whole Malaysia? Okay? If you don't believe me, go on the internet and search around. So this will give you some idea who are the major buyer of this semiconductor. And they are basically producer of all the electronic gadgets that all of us are owning. Okay? With Samsung, you all know Samsung is more than just more than just smartphone. They're producing TV and so on and on, right? And third one on the list is Lenovo. Lenovo is from where? Taiwan. Lenovo is mainland China. It was actually a company that in China acquired IBM computer division. So there are some element of American product inside. So this is also telling you that that's why China's are upcoming. These are the company that actually pure China, and they will continue to excel and grow. And similarly with Huawei. Any of you heard of Huawei? Yes. Oh, I thought you don't know. But the other key thing to notice that you see the Japanese start to losing out. So this is another story that you got to understand. It's the same thing like smartphone, cell phone. In the past, when people talk about Motorola, ooh. Yeah, after that Nokia. Motorola was so big that, you know, the movie show in Chinese always as a gangster used to fight. Then Nokia shrink it until so small that you can carry it so small, right? But, you know, ended up Nokia also out of the market. Now it's Apple. So who's next? I do not know. It's up to you to guess. Okay, so this is where the buyer, now the supplier, the semiconductor. And these are the top company that most of you know. Who doesn't know Intel? Everybody know Intel is dominating all the microprocessor and so on. Yeah? So Infineon is ranked number 13. Okay? Okay, then you can see this is a very crowded market. A lot of players. Then a lot of them are very close to each other, 1.5% share. So that actually have invited a lot of merger and acquisition. Okay? So Infineon also no exception. So Infineon, early of this year, we went into a purchase of American company called IR, International Rectifier. Okay? And we have closed the deal, and then IR is actually part of Infineon. And this is Infineon, and this is IR. IR is much smaller in terms of headcount. From 4,000 people, Infineon was about 30,000. Okay? And total revenue, we have growth to 5.8 million euro. Okay? And IR, before part of Infineon, they were about 980 million US per year of revenue. So why merge? Why acquire? Yeah? The school never teach you. I think we all know, right? Synergy lah, cost saving lah. Actually, realistically, it's more towards this your market position. Okay? And more important is actually a fast way to grow the company. If you want to grow a company through internal, which management call organic growth, it takes a long time. So this is one of the trend in the market that most companies are doing that. If you pay attention to the market, then you will know. Okay, why we acquire IR? It's very simple. You look at in terms of the power semiconductor, which is one of the product category that Infineon were leading. Prior to the acquisition, we were leading with about 12%, 11.8% to be exact market share. We are number one. So we know everybody is catching up with Toshiba 7, all this. So we quickly acquire IR so that we are much ahead of the market. So Chinese we are Taiko. Okay, so this is one of the reasons that we went into the acquisition. But the competition doesn't stay still. This is an example. There are big acquisitions also going on in the market. Okay? Even Intel. We call ourselves Taiko, he's a Goreda. So Intel also went into an agreement to acquire Altera. NXP, the company I used to work for, now they are acquiring Freescale. And Freescale was formerly part of Motorola. They spin out their semiconductor, become Freescale, and from Freescale spin out again, become ON. So these are Freescale formerly. Then Avago go into a merger agreement to acquire Broadcom as well. And the most latest one is ON acquiring Fairchild. So this is the market trend. Why? I already explained to you, right? Competition. You want to outbid the other, you grow organically, it takes time. So they don't have the patience. Not just patient, it's the fast way. Okay? So just to sum it up, I think you have already very much get the message. I hope you still remember. So the market is definitely continue to grow at a 5.4 based on historical, and the future I think you will continue with that momentum. And why? As I explained, the electronic devices continue to evolve and then innovate, like Apple, and that actually make our life more efficient and faster. However, this growing market definitely will invite a lot of competitions. And when the competition come in, it's very brutal. So that's why there are a lot of fallouts, but they are also invite a lot of merger and acquisition. So only those companies that stay innovative and agile, then they can differentiate themselves from the competitor, they will survive and excel. And Infineon is definitely one of them. Okay? So I predict there will be more consolidation coming up. It won't stop here. Okay? Good. So that was the high level in terms of the overall semiconductor and electronic. Now I'm zooming in the context of Infineon. We are definitely in this market. So how do we compete in this market? So for Infineon, we are definitely want to outgrow the market, okay, but also not outgrow just the sales itself. We want to outgrow and still profitable. And we are target at 8% growth per annum. Okay? 50% of segment result. Okay, segment result is basically in a financial term called EBIT, okay? Earning before income tax. So basically the bottom line, how much money you make. So we want to make every dollar that we get the sales, we want to make 15 cents. And we want to grow per year of 8%. Just now I showed you the semiconductor growth historically, how much? 5, right? So what does it mean? We have to outgrow, okay? But this outgrow cannot comprehensive with the acquisition. Acquisition is not counted. This is talking about growing with the existing, product portfolio, the existing technology we have. Acquisition will be separate. Otherwise, it's very easy, right? So that's the challenge that we as a company put forward. And we want to do that until 2020. So we have visioned ourselves for the next 4-5 years. We want to grow every year 8%. So mathematically, you calculate based on where we are, we will become a 8 billion euro company. And with the 50% of EBIT, so we will hit the bottom line of 1.2 billion a year. So a lot of money to make. And how to do that? We have to be very evolutionary, and not just evolutionary in terms of just the product, on the system level. Okay? And later I will share with you more detail what does it mean. This is basically evolutionary, means that you cannot do what people are doing today. You have to look at the future, anticipate what is upcoming, and create a product for that. Only then you can outgrow the competitor. If you are looking at the existing product, oh, Apple has it, I also build that, then you can grow, but you cannot get that kind of margin because you have to compete on price. People will not pay for that price if you are come up with the same products. Okay, so therefore this is the overall company's high level how we look at for Infineon in the next 4-5 years. So to do that, we have few key advantages. So in Infineon, one of the key strengths is in automotive. Okay, 40% of our sales is coming from automotive. Later on, I will share with you that statistic. And we were number 1 in power, remember? And we continue to stay ahead with the IR acquisition. So we need to upkeep that. And last not the least, another strength that we have is in the security system. Okay, so we want to emphasize on these 3 areas. You need to be focused. Okay, in the business you cannot say, oh, that make money, I also go after. And this is where the problem for a lot of Malaysian companies. Oh, construction make money, go construction. Oil and gas make money, go to oil and gas. But in Western business are different. They are very focused. You are in semicon, do semicon. We don't go into development, we don't go into property. We don't even go into any system level production or end product consumer production. Stay in what you do best. That's called core competency. Okay? So to do that, of course, with this strength that we have, we keep focusing will enable us to achieve an 8% growth per year, 50% segment result, and we will continue to invest. Every dollar we make, every dollar that we collect from the sales, 13% will go into investment. And this is another difference at Infineon as compared to other companies. And that's why you see Malacca has grown to become so big. Because we are believing in investment. As compared to American nowadays are very smart, they know how to calculate. So even like Apple, have you ever run into Apple factory? Why? What? Foxconn. Who is Foxconn? Only people know Foxconn have employees suicide, right? Foxconn is a subcon. Okay? So American now are believing in outsource. Yeah? But for German, we believe in a lot of manufacturing, and that's why we continue to invest. And that's where you will have a lot of opportunity. We join a company like Infineon. See, I'm doing sales talk now. Okay, so for Infineon, we are looking at in the market. There are three areas that we are good at and we will continue to tackle. First, we talk about power, energy efficiency. Secondly, mobility, which is automotive, that where we participate and we are continue to do that. And then third, security. So these are the three market segments that we are focusing and continue to work on. We are not going to deviate up from that. We are not going into microprocessor because Intel is gorilla, so big, you cannot compete with them. We are not going to memory, because it's a different market. So we stay with where we have the strength. So these are the market we go after, and then in the company, at our headquarters, we have divided into 4 divisions. Okay? So there are automotive division, IPC or industrial power control, PMM for power management and multi-market, then the chip card and security. So these are the 4 business divisions that how Infineon are structured. You need to bear with me on this because in the latest presentation, continue will touch on these 4 divisions. If you're not following, then you will lose track, you will lost. Then it's not fun. Huh? Then I can see some already falling to sleep. Okay. That are the 4 key, 3 key market that we participate in, and then with the 4 divisions we have, we also don't just look at the overall semiconductor, we also look at the market in this segment. So like automotive. So this is the automotive market in terms of semiconductor, not the automotive car sales. Automotive car sales is going to be much, much more than that. This is the silicon that go into automotive. So you look at it historically, automotive grows 7%. And the forecast is showing that it's still growing 7%. So good market to be in. Okay? Chip card, same thing. It was growing 7%, it will slow down a little bit, but still have 5% growth. Then the power, IGBT, the discrete and the module level. IGBT stands for isolated gate bipolar transistor. This is one of the breakthrough away from the traditional silicon transistor. Okay, it is much efficient, less small signal, but it can amplify much larger, higher current and voltage transistor. So this is the technology that we have actually strength on, and we continue to grow in that. So the market has shown a 12% historically growth, but it cannot continue to grow at that rate, but forecast showing still about 6%. Then our PMM and multi-purpose market is also showing about 4% growth in the next 4 years. So this is where we are very, very precise. That's how we divide our organization into these 4 key segments. So they have to focus on this market area and know what are this market demand is, come up with a product that this market are expecting, not today, also tomorrow. Okay, so Infineon as a glance, we have 4 business divisions that I just share with you. Employee-wise, we have about combined IR already 35,000. Financially, we have grown last year to 5.8 billion. All these are euro dollar, because we are not American company. So it's all in euro dollar. And you can see the big growth here is mainly because of what? The IR acquisition. Okay? Okay, the market position, as I show, automotive, we are today number 2. Okay? Power, earlier I already showed you the statistic. We were number 1. We continue to be number 1. Eh? Then the smart card, we are actually number 2. So we need to know where we stand and how to compete in the market. So this is just to amplify the earlier slide. In terms of automotive, we are number 2, but who is our number 1? Renesas. Yeah?